baby, let me tell you. 12:46, and y'all know that Mama's out way past her bedtime. Went to the bike club, block burners. I don't know whose anniversary party it was, or even if it was an anniversary party, it was cool. I had absolutely nothing to drink, did not even touch a drop of alcohol. I am so proud of me. But baby, I am hungry. Y'all, I don't know if I told y'all, but I was supposed to be doing a carnivore diet for the next 2 weeks. And I've actually been doing really good, because whenever I came back from Daytona, I weighed 217 pounds. Now I'm down to 207. And I've been dropping real good with the carnivore diet over the last 3 days. But I'm about to mess up this Texas bacon patty melt place. So it's about to go down. And I took a energy shot before I left, and now I know I'm about to be up all night. So I'm about to go home, jump on the sofa while I eat, and watch some of my people YouTube videos, probably do a little editing, because I actually supposed to upload something tonight, but well, last night. But today's felt like a Saturday to me, even though it was Friday. Well, yesterday felt like a Saturday, even though it was Friday. I got so much to do tomorrow, so yeah, but it was a really good night. Good morning, beautiful people. Today is Saturday. It's 10:29, and I'm on my way to the house. I gotta meet the contractor to repair the busted pipe in the ceiling, and I need to cut the grass. I need to cut the front and the backyard. It's 56 degrees outside. I got on long sleeves, but I have a feeling that as I start to get hot, my neighbor's just gonna have to see me in this sports bra, because I can't stand being hot. One thing is for certain, two things is for sure, is it is going to be a beautiful day in the A. I said my prayers to God as I was walking to my car, asking him to give me guidance, asking him to, as always, reduce me and increase him in me, so that when people see me, they see the God that is within me. Asking him to allow me to be a beacon of light for him, that how I carry myself, the things that I say, the way that I move, the things that I do, in somehow, in some way, draws people to me so I can speak of his greatness and his goodness. As you guys know, I'm going through, well, I still haven't even really talked to you to tell you guys that well, maybe I did. I just haven't posted it. That last Thursday, whenever, Thursday for last, because we just passed Thursday. Whenever I was telling you guys that I had a bad feeling about the meeting that I was going into, I said that I had been laid off 6 times, blah, 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 blah. And so, yes, I was laid off. And I'm adjusting. It's just that whenever you have been so committed as I was, to this company, left, came back, like I said, I didn't ask to come back to House of Cheatham. They asked me to come back. They reached out to me while I was settled into my new job, for a technology company. They reached back out to me because they, at the time, the 10 months that I had been gone, they had not filled my position. No one had been doing my position. So consumers had basically just been going unanswered. And so they reached out to me, asked me to come back. No one else was interviewed for the position, only me. And the chief marketing officer at the time let me know, Chloe, this is not really an interview. This is just really, the formality of talking to you about, coming back. And they were paying me more than what I originally asked for. It was a new position. Actually, it was the position that the previous chief marketing officer had promised me that she would give me before they laid her off during the company buyout. And offer more vacation than I had before. Nice bonus and everything. So, it was a job that I really enjoyed, which is consumer care. And so, I made the hard decision to come back. So for it to be 2 years later and me to get laid off I can honestly say it was very much a slap in the face. And so I'm adjusting, just asking God, what is it that you have for me? I don't think I want to go into, as much as I love customer service, as much as I love consumer care, as much as I love helping people, I don't think that is any longer my path. And so now I'm just asking him for guidance on the next step of where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be going. I wasn't expecting YouTube to bring me as much joy as it does, but then at the same time, I'm old school. I'm Gen X, so it's like it has been an adjustment for me to be on YouTube, because you question if you're being self-serving. What is it about your life that's supposed to be so special that you want to share it with the world? Because we were raised that you don't brag on yourself, you don't spotlight yourself, you don't you just remain humble. And even though here on YouTube I try my best to be as humble as possible, and just be real and authentic, it still sometimes is an adjustment for me, because we was raised to reduce yourself. You never, when you're always demure and you're always very humble. And so it's like, okay, God, is YouTube, once I got used to being on YouTube, is this the direction that you want me to go in? Is YouTube supposed to be my final destination, the direction that I'm supposed to go in for my, career? Because there are hundreds of thousands, millions of people who make their entire livelihood off of YouTube. But then I question, like, Chloe, what is it about your life that would be so interesting that you would gain? Because I've been stagnant at my current amount of followers for a couple of months now. So it's like, sometimes like, well, Chloe, you've tapped out as far as people who are going to follow you. I question myself, has my content gotten stale? Because, I'm always talking about men. I'm trying to not talk about them as much. But what is it about your daily life that can be so sustainable for you on YouTube that, you will grow? I don't want to be someone who is constantly coming up with theatrics or not being my authentic self in order to grow a following. And so it's like, have I peaked? Have I reached my limit as far as subscribers and people who are interested? And that's another thing, is like, do I put out more content? Because I don't want to be one of those people that puts out so much content that it becomes stale. And, people are like, I'm tired of seeing her, she... And then if you are going to put out a lot of content, then a lot of times I feel like some people, outside of the ones who do skits, comedy, makeup, fashion, and I am going to get more into that, or people who are teaching people how to be on YouTube and giving tips, financial advice and stuff like that. it's like some people, are they being their authentic self, or are they doing it for the follows and the likes and the to ensure that they are getting the monetization? I'm not one of those people that can just create a life that is not genuinely mine. So your girl has just been thinking, trying to figure out this her new path in life. Is unbelievable, and it's hard. I was really hard on myself, like, Chloe, you're 54 years old. You're about to be 55 in a couple of months, and you're having to start over again. And then I started beating myself up for all the times that I've had an opportunity to get my degree, and having a degree would put me in a better place as far as my career is concerned. That piece of paper, no matter what, it is very important. Or even if not a degree, had focused more on certain certifications, and I can still do that. But whether we admit it or not, ageism is real. Ageism is very much real, not even just out here socially, but as well, whenever it comes to careers. Ageism is very, very real. And I'm not going to say how I feel about my previous employer and feeling ageism was a factor, but I just know that ageism is real. And so, yeah, guys, I'm just trying to figure things out. So, almost at the house, supposed to be meeting the contractor over here. Oh my God, this is almost $600 that I really don't have to spare, but it's got to be done. That's the only way we can get the water turned back on at the house, is to fix the pipe in the ceiling over in the laundry room. Because other than that, just like now, I'm about to be able to the house with no water, so I can't use the bathroom or anything like that. And I can't even just get water can't get water to drink. I did bring me some water. I'm saying a lot, and that's something that I work hard to get out of my vocabulary. But anyway, yeah, guys, I will holler at you in a little bit. Happy Saturday again. It's going to be a very beautiful day. Hopefully it'll warm up. Well, I'm sure it's going to warm up when I get to moving. Yeah. Love you guys. Thanks to all who have supported me. Okay, what is this truck going to do? Okay, I'll holler at you guys later. Y'all, how about I had my lawn mowing shoes, but forgot socks. And I think I threw away all of my mom's socks. So I'm going to run in the house right quick and see if I can get some socks from in there. Plus I need to get some gloves. Well, I found some socks, so I guess I can get this thing started. So I need to take a break, guys. Last time I was here, I had filmed a video, and I ended up doing it. So I've already cut the front yard, and now I'm working on the backyard, and I have a very big backyard. We're supposed to meet the contractor over here today to repair the busted pipe in the ceiling in the laundry room so I can cut the water back on. Call him to tell him that I was over here. Now, I'm here, I'm mowing the lawn, and he calls me back and tells me he completely forgot that he had an appointment today to go get an ultrasound. And he didn't know, his wife just told him yesterday, and he got so busy, he was planning on calling me to tell me that he needed to reschedule. So he's not coming. And, that's okay. He's a really, pretty cool dude. He's done contract work before. Matter of fact, similar to the same issue before. He was the one that repaired the pipe whenever it burst in the ceiling. Whoever did it did a very shoddy job. I don't know who my mom let do that, but they did a very shoddy job. He just repaired all the sheetrock and took down all the sheetrock. Nevertheless, one thing that I wanted to say, and I know I'm always talking about men and stuff, but first of all, let me give a shout out to my dad. He's been gone since '89, but he taught me and my sister how to do men things when a man isn't around. His last year, when cancer just took over his body and he was very weak, he taught me how to cut grass. Lee, don't cut it too low or the sun will burn it. He taught my sister how to change the alternator in her '70 Camaro that I ended up one day inheriting. Regret I ever sold that car. But my mom used to be like, you don't teach me how to do all the stuff that you teach the girls. And he was like, that's because you got me. You don't have to do this stuff. You got me. He said, but I teach you all how to do these things for when a man isn't around. Now, when a man is around, if he can't do these things and you still got to do them, you don't need him around. That's real talk from a father to a daughter. But what I want to address is, a lot of times, especially real estate agents, and I know plenty of them, a lot of my girlfriends are real estate agents, they push and push and they push home ownership. And people push home ownership. It's something big, and I can understand, but we don't talk about so much the pros and cons to home ownership. We talk about the pros of home ownership, but we don't talk about the cons. Like the busted pipe. That's $600 I got to come out of pocket for. Because whenever you have homeowners insurance, sometimes your deductible is not worth you filing it on your homeowners insurance. And plus, your homeowners insurance will go up whenever you keep filing claims. So now, as a lot of you guys know, I've inherited my mom's house, which is now my house. And now I have to go through the process of rehabbing it because it needs a lot of work. But then, like cutting grass, I need the exercise. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind it. But it sure would be nice to have a man around that could do this. Because whenever I look at the yard, I see my dad.
every weekend. Shit, whenever it's warm out, almost every day doing something in the yard, planting flowers. He used to have a big, huge garden down there. It used to be a huge garden down there. And he just loved the garden because he would take a lot of his stuff to work and just give it away. But I can't afford to have, I don't have the money to have lawn care. $300 and some a month or more. I can't afford it. It's just me. And so these are the things that whenever, people, I want to get a home, but you must understand, and they say, it's a waste of money to live in an apartment complex. You're just wasting your money, just throwing your money away. First of all, you got to let people live and do what they feel is best for them. A lot of people may even be financially able to afford a home, but mentally and emotionally, they're not ready. They're not mature enough for all the things that comes with it. Let's talk about that. You buy a house, but you don't maintain the yard. You don't know how to care for the upkeep of it. You have to pay taxes and insurance. It's a lot of people I'm seeing on YouTube who have buyer's regret. They have a lot of videos, especially when the housing market was a seller's market and people were pulling $50,000 and more out of their 401k to bid crazy numbers just to get into a house. And what they don't understand, especially whenever a lot of people were getting houses built, but their real estate agent and their mortgage company, their job is to sell you. Their job is not to educate you. You have to do that on your own. So a lot of people who had houses built, they went in with a mortgage of a certain amount, not realizing that the taxes hadn't been added yet. The taxes was based on the land value. Once you put a building on it, then it's based on the land value and the value of the building. So there are people who are in shock because their mortgage has gone up $500, $1,500 because they weren't expecting what happened the next year because they weren't educated on it. But, that's another thing is, you pay, I just got the bill for the insurance on the house. That's going to be $1,300. I'm going to go ahead and pay because I don't like paying it monthly. I rather just go ahead and pay it in full. So that's $1,300 for the insurance, on the house. And then, the taxes. My mom was in her 80s. I'm 50. So what they taxed her may not be what they taxed me. I don't know. Higher gas bill, light bill, water bill, maintenance. If something breaks or something tears in the house, you got to pay for it. If something breaks or tears up or goes out in my apartment complex, I just call the number and they come fix it. It's a lot of responsibility. Now, don't get me wrong. I value what my mom and my dad did. They worked hard to give me and my sister a pretty good life. My mom worked for General Motors. My dad worked for DeKalb County. We weren't rich, but we weren't poor. Now, we used to be real poor because we used to live in Wheat Street Gardens where they filmed Daddy's Little Girl. I was born in Atlanta, 4th Ward, raised in Decatur. So, a lot of people would say, well, just sell the house, get the money and move into a newer house where you won't have as many issues and just pay cash for it. My mom and my dad worked too hard to have the American dream for me to just throw it away or just give up because it's getting hard. Because it's a lot of work. Sometimes I come over here and I look around and I'm like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? It's not up to my standards. My mom was okay with it, but it's not up to my standards. This house needs a lot of work. She was okay living in this chaos. I can't do it. But at the same time, I would be dishonoring my parents if I just gave up. But I got to get back to mowing this lawn. But I just want to say that for the people who want to buy a home so badly because that's what is pushed in society, figure out if you're really truly ready for it. Figure out if you're really and truly ready for it. I saw a financial person on YouTube a while back that said that there are other options besides owning a home. A lot of people don't realize that if you are cognizant of the savings, for example, to buy a house, you got to save up 20%. Of course, you get down payment assistance, but a lot of people, you take $50,000 and you put down on a home. You save and save and save to put $50,000 down on a home, and then you get a mortgage and all the other stuff. If you can calculate the difference between what you're paying in rent and also the money that you save and you invest it, not in this market because Trump has screwed us. But if you invest that money, you can still be very much well off not owning a home, because a lot of people, like I said, are house poor. You can take that money and you can invest it in a business and grow that money to where, eventually one day you can pay for a house cash. So you won't have to have a mortgage. You won't have to incur a 30 years worth of debt. It's just all about knowing how to maneuver and finagle the system. But that's just my little food for thought. I got to get back to work. I will holler at you guys later. Love you. Bye. So y'all, this is not only my coach, but this is my baby brother.
Hello. How y'all doing?
You know what you're silly.
Hello.
Y'all, who y'all playing at 6?
We play my partner. That's the name of the team.
My partner and them. It's the name of the team. Okay.
We probably lose by 4.
Why y'all gonna lose?
We're short.
Good morning, y'all. Today is Sunday, and I am actually headed to have breakfast with one of my old co-workers from House of Cheatham. We've been saying that we was gonna get together and just have drinks and, chop it up or whatever. Talking about work is off limits. So this morning, we were supposed to actually go have drinks yesterday, but my day yesterday was so incredibly hectic, and so I ended up hitting her up this morning. It's like, hey girl, sorry about yesterday. You want to go have breakfast? And she was like, yeah, come on. So I'm headed out. We're going to try this new spot. She said she's never been there before. Of course, I've never been there before. It's somewhere out near her. So we're going to go try that. I'll vlog it, let you guys know how it is. I got so much content that I need to be posting. I'm trying to, I'm filming content, but I haven't been editing and doing everything that I need to be doing. I guess I'm really just still trying to get my mind right, wrap my mind around everything that has happened. But I'll get back there. I'm not going to be hard on myself, because I have been really, really hard on myself. But I also, been praying and meditating. It's like, Chloe, the bounce back is not as is not necessarily going to be as fast as it usually is. You're not the same person that you were. And so again, like I said on a previous vlog that I still haven't posted, I really got to not be so reactive and instead figure out what my next move is going to be. So heading out here to meet up with my girl so we can, Dr. Keyshawn, so we can have, a little girl time, love on each other, since, she was laid off from there, a couple of months ago, and then me. So we're just gonna go and, love on each other and everything. And I will, I guess, probably take you guys along. I'm also gonna run over to the house. I want to try and do more of a little bit, if that makes sense to you. Each day, every so many days, go over to the house and just do a little bit at a time, but do more of it. And so that way it won't seem so overwhelming. I still have to find a blower, because when I'm cutting the grass, I don't have a grass catcher. And so I need to find a blower so I can blow. I could get a grass catcher, I know. Those things I did not realize they were so goddamn expensive. The grass catcher is not the bag is not the most expensive part. The most expensive part is the darn frame. Crazy work. But yeah, and then today is the beginning of kickball for Zenith, my old kickball league. And even though I'm not playing, I am going to go out there and support. And then also ODC, I played with them a year or two. Actually, the owner of ODC is one of my Eastern Star sisters. So I'm going to be between both of those parks today. I'm just going to enjoy this Sunday. It's supposed to be a high of around 71. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get out, enjoy this day, and just make the most of it. And I'll bring you guys along with me. I pray to God that all of you will have an amazing Sunday and even better week. This weather here in Atlanta is flip-flopping like crazy, because it's gonna dip back down some next week. We got one day that's gonna be 83, and it's gonna be, I think Wednesday is 83, but other than that, it's going to be in the 50s, and even may get down to the 30s. And then after that, it's going to bounce back up. Easter weekend, I think it's going to go to the 80s or something. Baby, let me tell you something. ATL weather is as bipolar as a 53-year-old woman on menopause, going through menopause. But it is what it is, and God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Love you, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Oh. Oh. Okay. Hi, how are you? Do we see ourselves? Oh, please wait, let me see it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. The dining experience was a disappointment. Now, she was great. She was really, really nice, really, really sweet. She asked me about my vlogging camera, and I let her know that yes, I am a YouTube vlogger. And she was like, well, okay, girl, you better do it. But, baby, let me tell you, the food came out looking good, but it wasn't good at all. We were highly disappointed. I think I ate
one piece of bland chicken, and I had a little bit of my waffle. Now, this waffle's supposed to been with blueberry and strawberry compote. Y'all see that strawberry? Y'all see that blueberry? Baby, what's this? So, that's gonna be a 3 out of 10. I don't recommend. But anyway, let's move on.
Good morning. So today is Tuesday, and for right now, this is the 15th. It's the day that everybody's taxes are due. Reminder. But for right now, I guess it's my new normal. I'm heading over to the house to clean some stuff out. Just day by day, a little bit at a time. I went over there yesterday and got rid of some clothes and cleaned out the computer armoire, computer cabinet, whatever you want to call that big old solder monstrosity that we used to get from Kmart or Walmart back in the day. And it was heavy, that heavy pressed wood. My mom has one of those. Child, I went through there. She had like maybe 10 AOL online discs, the floppy disk and the CDs that are in the metal container. She had like 10 of those. Baby, those things hit the trash. It's a lot of stuff that just hit the trash. So today she still had my old Encyclopedia Britannicas and thesauruses and dictionaries, and so I'm going to pack those up, and I'm going to take those to the thrift store, and I'm going to go through the linen closet and bag a lot of that stuff up to take to the thrift store as well. So taking it day by day. But now that I've been laid off, it is crunch time. I'll be honest, last couple of days, since it's been warm, I've been sitting out on my balcony overlooking the pool and really enjoying the view. And I'm gonna miss it. It's finally time for me to move back into the house. I'm gonna miss living downtown. I love, it's a blessing that I have a home, but at the same time, I'm gonna miss living downtown. I'm gonna miss, like yesterday, yesterday I got home, I went to the grocery store and got some stuff and seasoned it real good, went through it on the grill, and then, sat in the lounge chair by the pool. And I'm going to really, of course my sister is still going to be there, so I'll be able to enjoy it through her, but I just miss the convenience of having that immediate access for myself. And I just enjoy my apartment. I just enjoy where I live. But God has blessed me, and I do not want to be unappreciative of his blessings. And so, God, I thank you, because there's so many people that can be going through this type of transition I'm going through and not have the options that I do have. You just never know. You never know what is going to happen further on down the line. I didn't think that I would, possibly, I still am not sure, because I haven't really focused on securing a new job just yet. So I might end up getting a new job within the next couple of months where I can stay in my apartment and hold off on moving into the house until I can get it remodeled the way I want to get it remodeled. Because one thing I really don't want to do, I don't want to live in a construction zone. And but you know what, I can't keep saying what I don't want, because it might not be what God has for me. So let me say that. But nevertheless, about to roll up over here. The contractor did come and repair. I'm sorry, y'all. It's cold. I mean, it's hot. The contractor did come and repair. Let me turn that light out. The contractor did come and repair the burst pipe in the laundry room, and so he has to come back today and do the sheetrocking. And I don't know if he's going to be over there while I'm over there, or if he's going to come while I'm there, or whatever. I told him, like, I'll sell the pavement whenever, he completes it. But yep, that's what's going on with me now. I'm gonna roll up and I'll holler at you guys in a little bit. Bye.